Hi guys, this is a quick video to show you the latest updates to the JVPM console. So basically I will be showing the new stuff using the perspectives that Michael has been improving this last week. And I didn't have time to remove all the mock information, but it should be fairly easy to remove. It would be nice for you. I just created this video to show how you can demo these screens if you need that. So in order to use the human task stuff, you basically need to start to put an user here in this box and then create a task. New task. Okay. When you create the task now, CDI events are being sent and all the other partners are being notified. So I've created a task, the notification appears, and then you have a task here in the task list. And in order to interact with the task, you will need to start the task first. When you have started the task will be in progress. That means that you can now interact with it. In order to have a form for the task, you need to first define the task information, and I define these two buttons here. This should be edit and this should be work, but this is task ID. When you click these buttons, you will go into the edition perspective. Okay, so now you have an edition perspective where you have the task details. Then you can add the content to the task. This is the one that you need to define if you want to see a form for this task. That means that you will need to define the inputs and the outputs for that task. And then if you want to create a subtask, you can create one here. For example, split the task in two. And I will assign the subtask to myself, but I can do this later. Okay, so I've just assigned the task, and you can add the task description here. Description for this new task. You can change the priority, whatever, and you can define what happens when you finish the subtask. If you want to demonstrate that as well, it's a little bit more difficult, but you can do it if you want. Once you update this, the other thing that you need to do is add the content here, and for that I have added this button. Basically, you define key 1, value 1, this could be customer ID, whatever. Key 2, if you don't enter the value, this means that it will be output. That means that when we render the form, we will print all the values and all the keys and all the values that we already have as inputs, and we will print the empty outputs input text. So for example, if you have 2 keys as output, you will save this. This will be stored with the task, and then if you go here, you will see that the screens are being reset, but hopefully that will change soon. Now you have 2 tasks, one in progress and one reserved. This is the subtask, that's why it has a parent ID, and then we can jump to work directly on this task, clicking this button work, and we will see here the task form. So if we enter value 3, value 2, we click complete, the task was completed. If we go once again to the inbox and we refresh, we will now have one task that is reserved. This is the subtask, but if you click here, show completed, and refresh, it will appear, right, the completed. Another thing that I've added is the possibility to edit a completed task just to see the content that went out as the task output. So you can come in here and you will see that now the task has an output content. There are a couple of things that we should remove, like the buttons that are being picked up by the form, but that's simple to do. I mean, it's pretty simple. The other thing that I've added is something that Tony is been working on, that, and the personal task statistics. So if we click here, we will have a panel here that we can move around, right? We can move in here and it will ask us for the user, and when we click refresh, it will say, okay, this user has 1 task completed and 1 task pending and 1 pending task, and the idea is that here appears that graph showing different columns, columns or lines showing how many pending tasks the user has, and that kind of stuff. That's pretty much it. The only thing that we need to remove are the users. If someone has time, basically we need to inject the principal of the application, and then we will need to have another panel to switch between different users. So we need to remove this field from here, we need to remove this field from here, and probably if we go in here, refresh, and if we want to edit here, that's basically it. I mean, you can start removing the IDs because it's not needed, but this allows me to go to different task details, just clicking refresh and changing the ID. That could be useful at some point. The same from this stuff. I don't know. It really depends on how the people wants to use this. And then of course you can switch perspectives from here, right? So that's it. It's a very short video, but if you want to demo this, one thing that you need to know in order to build the application is that you need to clone the JBPM console ng and also the form builder ng repo, and basically build first the form builder ng repo. Doesn't matter if the showcase doesn't compile, you need all the other modules, and then build the JBPM console, because I was having some troubles with the I just wiped out my M2 repo, and after that I realized that well, we need the form builder dependencies, and those artifacts are not being published. I don't know why. It should be there, but just in case that you can compile the JBPM console ng, just remember that, please. So I'm leaving for 1 week. Anything that you need, please write me to my Gmail account, and see you in 1 week, guys. Bye.